all you space engineers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and I am back on the alien planet. This is episode number 8, and we have been steadily building the base. Well, in the last episode, we actually completed a airtight habitat. So we are safe. We got a place to sleep. We've got a place to make our food. We've got a survival kit in place so we can heal. I've been collecting lots of food, so we're in pretty good shape actually. So we've got meals and whatnot. And I actually just, while I was getting things set up here, we had the turrets take care of another set of spiders. But there is an unknown signal that I want to go grab, so let's do that. We'll go ahead and get that unknown signal. Oh, I didn't mean to do that exactly, but we're gonna hop in over here. But today what I wanted to do is I've got a blueprint. Let's get turned around here. I've got a blueprint of a platform that I'm going to use to help me with my building. And one of the things that I have been kicking around the idea, do I build a big power section, or as I build each particular area, like my small ship hangar that I'm going to build, do I just create power for each of those buildings so that I'm only generating enough power for that building with some battery storage, but they'll all be connected, so ultimately the power will be shared and there shouldn't be any problems with having enough power for the base. So that's one of the things I want to get done today. The other thing I want to get done today is over on the algae farm. I want to get that set up to where the algae is being pulled into a small cargo bin, and then it'll be a lot easier to collect, at least for the interim right now. And then that's what I want to try to get accomplished for today. Now, looks like we've gotten out of the radiation storm, which is nice. That had come in. So we're almost there. Let's see what we got at this unknown signal. I did add a couple of more mods. We're looking for apple seeds. So just to give us some more variety when I do get the farming going, we'll have a lot of variety of different types of meals and stuff like that. So let's hop out of here and let's turn this thing off. Did we get anything? No, of course not. Let's see, let's see what we got. Anything good? Another one of these. Yeah, not good. The potato. So we're going to be able to get potato plants and radiation. So that's pretty good. And I think, yeah, I did add the potato mod as well. So we got quite a bit of variety on that we're going to be able to have for our farm. So let's get this all done here. Let's get that. Come on. There we go. And get you. And we should be able to get all of you. And that's everything collected. All right. Up we go. Top back in over here. And let's get going back to the base. So if we can get all of that stuff done today, I'll be pretty happy, because I do want to be able to get started on my small ship hangar. I got some ideas on that. It will be airtight, and then we can kind of build ships. I can set up a projector to create stuff that I already have in my inventory for blueprints. but I'll also be able to design some stuff in there, and I think it'll be a nice place to build ships. Because ultimately, I think we want to get a base set up here, and I want to be able to find all the ores, which I think I have actually found most of the ores here on the planet. But I think ultimately we want to be able to get to where we can find uranium and platinum, and then be able to escape this planet is kind of the idea. So that's what our goals are going to be. But I do have quite a bit of stuff that I want to build. So let's get back. Actually, while we're at it, let's just head on over to the algae farms and collect the algae, because I think there's quite a bit of algae produced. So we're in good shape for our food. We've got plenty of food. We've been collecting food from the unknown signals. And I can kind of give you an idea of how I want to lay this out. It's going to be really kind of a simple process. And I think, so we're back over here. Let's get parked and hop out of here. And let's get our gun ready just in case. Although that turret has been doing pretty darn good. So what I want to do is put piping in from here all along through here. Put in a sorter which will pull the algae over. It'll automatically pull the algae out and put it into the cargo bin. And that cargo bin is going to be right here. So I'm going to have to build some blocks in up here. Do I have any on me? I do have some steel. So if we do something like this, what do we got? Let's go with the gray, I think. And then we'll go 8. Let's go Shift P. There we go. I think if we put that there, and then we put these out to here, that's got that all connected in, so I'll be able to take these blocks out. And actually, I think if we do this, just to make for sure, take that out, then we can put this block right here, and maybe put a block there. So we should be able to come through here and take these out. That's going to have everything connected. All right. Now, let's do this. Let's go with a rust. And hopefully I've got, let's see, my pipes right here. This will kind of show you. We're not going to build these out, but this is what I want to put in. So if we do this, there we go. Put that there. And then we want to put T-junctions in. That, so we put that there like that. And I'm still going to be able to harvest right at the moment, or I should be able to. Like that. And then I want to let's see, 9. Sorter. Flip that like that. There, that going, I want it going that way. And then I want small cargo. Oh, 8. I want a small cargo. No, I want 6. Come on, read the numbers right. There we go. Small cargo. Let's flip that up, and then we'll put that like that. So the idea is then that it'll all get pulled in there, and then I can come over here and just grab all of my algae until I get my farm built up. Because I'm going to have this all plumbed in to go into the main farm, and that's where my farm and meal production will be. So let's go ahead and grab the algae right now. Let's see how we're doing. There's 12. That's good. Grab all of this back. We certainly have not been going hungry anymore, so we're caught up on that. Our big concern is the spiders, but we've kind of got that in place with the turret. And actually, I should have the gun. Did I get this one? I did. All right. And grab this one. That. So once I get all of this algae collected and then I get started building on this, because I've got to go grab the parts and drop the other algae off, I'll go ahead and catch back up with you here in a little bit. Oh, well. Get away from here. Dang spiders. Man, oh man, you just can't get away from them. Let's grab the food. That's why you gotta have your gun ready. And I didn't want to have the turret set up to it would reach all the way over here. But if it shoots the wrong block out, then I'm in a lot of trouble. So, all right, now I'm going to go deliver the algae and then start collecting the parts for the conveyor system here and the cargo bin and whatnot. So I'll catch back up with you then. Well, I think I've got all my parts here, so let's see if we can finish pulling this in, get this done, and then we can set up this sorter. Mainly, it just thought I got all the parts I needed. Oh, I know what it was. I didn't. I had too many. I had to get that. So let's run back over there and finish getting the rest of these parts.
Energy low.
We can, all right, put those into production. And while that is doing that, let's see. All right, while those are making, let's go over here and hop into the cab. We'll get charged up and we'll let those parts get made. And that will get our energy back. We'll get these built, and then that'll be one of the things I wanted to get done today, because that's kind of a pain going to each and every one of those algae farms to pull the algae out. This will, by doing it this way now, it's all going to get pulled into that cargo bin, so we can hop out. All right, let's go over. I did get some parts. And hopefully the rest of those are all done. Get over here and grab these. Quick. 5 steel and 105. Let's make sure that production is still going. All right, it is. It's still building. We still got all the necessary resources. All right, getting closer. All right, I tell you what. Once I get all the parts and stuff, I'll catch back with you here in just a little bit. Okay, we now have all the parts that we need, so let's get these built. And then I can show you what I'm going to do here. Did I put that in wrong? I hope not. Alright, we should be able to go in here. And yeah, alright. So what we want to do, if we go into the control panel and we go into the sorter, conveyor sorter, and we want this to drain all. Now that should have pulled in anything that was done. So it's pulled it all into here and it's pulled it all out of here. So we've got another, and so it's pulling it in. You can see it as it's producing, it's pulling it in as fast as it can. Let's grab this while we're here, and we will just let that keep making algae. And let's drive back over to, turn that off. If I can keep from falling into the mine. And we'll get over here and park. We're pretty good. I'm not going to connect upright at the moment. And let's park this, hop out. And we'll get back over here into the base. And then once I'm ready to start on getting my projector and stuff set up, I'll catch back up with you here in just a little bit. Shouldn't take me too long, but I'm going to build my, I got a platform, and so what I want to do is just go ahead and build it right here. I'm going to put the projector in. It's a small ship, so I've got to put a rotor with a small head and all that sort of good stuff on there. So I'll catch back up with you here in just a little bit. Okay, I've got my projector built, and so let's go ahead and load up the blueprint. Oh, I know what I gotta do. First, I've got to add some blocks. That's some small blocks. Let's go 8. 1, 2. Maybe one more, 5. That should be enough. I don't need to build those out. So what I want to do is add my projection, my blueprint, on the end of that block right there. So let's take a look at this. I don't know if I need to build a control seat or something so that I can see this a little bit better, but let's see what happens here. So we're on the projector here. Let's go to blueprints, and I want, let's see, I gotta remember what I named it. Here it is. I called it the magic carpet. I'm probably going to change that name. So, but let's select that and copy to the clipboard. And we should be able to see this thing right here. So the idea is it's a platform that I can utilize when I am building my structures. So I'm not having to try to build all kinds of scaffolding and stuff. So what we want to do is flip this. So let's see if I can flip this. Get into here. And I think we need to, I think that's yaw. All right. And we've got to flip it the other way. We gotta flip it that way. There we go. Now it's right side up. And I need to... I got room here. So horizontally, I need to slide this down this way. And then I also think I might not have to come down a block. So let's see if we can get this vertically. Or is it forward? Forward. There we go. See how that looks. I think I want to go two more blocks forward. Let's go 3 blocks because I think I got a camera there that I got to build. That's why I might have to move this over 1 block. But let's go 3. Where is it? 3. There we go. All right. I do have a camera. So if we slide that over 1. And let's do this. That's vertical, so I think -1. Actually, I want it to go the other way. I don't want it that close to the building. So let's do this. Let's go. And we need to bring it back 1. Think. Perfect. Okay. I think that's all set. It's ready to start welding. So let me get this welded up, or start getting it welded up. And once we get closer to having this done, I'll catch back up with you, and you can kind of see what I've got going with this thing. Well, we just had a spider come in, and that's what I was kind of worried about. So I need to grab some steel here. Let's grab some steel. Oh, I got steel. There was 2 of them that popped up. That's the kind of the... let's get this repaired up. And that's why I have these built out. Let's go down here. And collect this guy. There was 2 of them. I might have missed the other one's probably already disappeared. They don't last very long. I'm not yeah, the other one's already disappeared. Let's see if there was any damage. I don't think so. Let's put this block back in. And I think what I want to do is let's oh, that's wrong. Yeah, I think I want this. And yeah, that's good. Let's... Alright. Let's build a couple of these out just in case. Just to give it a little more support into here. And then maybe... I think as long as it's up in this area with these extra supports in here with these built out, it shouldn't completely sever it, but let's do this just a little bit more. Oh, I'm out already. All right, well, let me do this, and then I'll catch back up with you here in just a little bit. Well, I can tell you one thing. The spiders have been relentless. I've been hearing them. They've been getting shot. So we've been unknown technology. Come on, I thought I've been having to do some of that. What is it that I am? Let's see something here. Thought I had unlocked that. Let's go to G, progression. And I built a seat. What do I need to build for thrusters? Where are they at? Oh, I need to build... let's build a helm, I guess. I guess that's what I gotta build. Yeah, I thought I built a seat, but that doesn't unlock it. So let's just build a helm. I think that's gonna be the least inexpensive. We'll build it, and where did it go? Right there. All right, let's do this. I also need to build a beacon, so let's do a beacon while we are at it. And we're just going to build a small beacon. That was a couple of things I had on the list that I needed to do. Let's do it over here. Beacon, where are you? Right here. All right. So we want a small one. And let's put those into production. Radio comms, come on. There we go. And we're just gonna drop that right there like that. And I unlocked new blocks. They don't need any of them right at the moment. But what I do need to build was that helm. And so let's do that. We're not going to keep this here. Let's see. Let's do this. I need to get to those thrusters. All right. 16 computers. One of the things I do want to do as well, I need to get Izzy's inventory manager set up, and that will probably be in the next episode. Oh, I just put him into production. Let's see if we can grab him. There we go. All right. I should now be able to build these atmospheric thrusters. There we go. All right. All right. I'm going to keep building away here. And let's see what we can get done. Hopefully I've got most of the technology now unlocked. To finish getting this thing built out. So once I get this thing a little farther along here, I'll catch up back up with you. Oh no. Oh, there we go. I got it. I fell in a hole there. Anyway, I was going to... I'm almost got the bottom done here. And let's do this. Let's see if I got my construction components. There we go. Let's grab these. That'll help me kind of build parts onto here. Like this light, I think. All right. I've got this engine, this turbine done. That one is done. I'm kind of working on this very last, this front layer, and then we are going to have to get up above to finish this thing out. So kind of want to give you an update on where I was at. And let's get these all in. Yeah, this should be a very helpful tool, actually, once I get this thing built. Because I'm not going to have to build all a bunch of scaffolding. So I'll be able to get on this, fly, and place blocks. And then the next thing I want to do is build a welder, and I've got something in mind for that. And so this way I can place my blocks and then use the welder to be able to weld it out, and then that should, and then from there I can then start, you know, if it's a building, I can I'll be able to build up not scaffolding, but catwalks and stuff like that. So, all right, let's see how many of these I can get built, and then that would be all of my thrusters. All right, we need to put that into production, and let's see how many of these parts I could grab. And it's building motors now, so let's let that build, and let's get this one in place. I need motors. Of course I need motors. Get all the parts that I can. And let's see how close these are to being done. Oh. Working on the motors portion. Alright. And we're not going to worry about the unknown signal. Let's see. Alright, that one's in place. Got that one. Go ahead and get some of this other stuff built. I want to try to get everything that I can down below. And then hopefully we'll be able to finish everything up from up above. And 6 motors, it's still working on that. Getting close. And I think it's just got these last 15 motors. And then that should be all my thrusters. I think you're going to like the platform here that I've got built. All right, you're done. All right, let's get you. It has a lot of power, or control, I should say. All right, let's get these built out. There we go. Got just about all the plates in. And let's see. What? Oh. right, that's that. Let's get that. What else down below down here? Got you. Oh. Alright, let's go back. Get that light. Oh. Seriously? Alright. Okay, we can get all of these blocks in. That's all built out. Construction components. Let's go get a couple of those. Alright, once I get up topside, I'll catch back up with you here in just a little bit. And get back to the business at hand. I think I've got everything built out down below here. So what I'm going to have to do probably here, I'll show you what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get up on top. So let's take this out. And I need to, there we go, 3. Let's go to 5. And I need interior plates. Of course. I always need something, don't I? Do I have any made? Nope.
Energy critical.
Uh-oh. Let me get something going here. Get 100 of these going. And I guess I better go get charged up, so let's do that. There we go. And I do want to get some filling stations set up at some point. Those will be handy as I get through. This is all going to be connected. The bases will be connected together. So, but I wanted to get this done. And then I think the next thing I want to do is I want to put some wind turbines on this base, but I need this to do that with. All right, so now let's see if I can get up there. Do 5. Let's move this out a little bit. There we go. Oh, I still need those interior plates. I actually really only need 1. Let's grab 10 of them. I'm just going to use this kind of like a scaffolding. Put that right there, and I should be able to jump over here like this. Alright, so let's see. Need to build that out, build that out. You kind of get the idea of what this is all about up here. So I'll be able to fly this and then kind of get position, and I can put my blocks in. Okay, that's everything here. I guess I am going to have to jump up and down here. Let me get this shielding and around here. Get all of it. All right. So I've got this is a battery. I've got to build it out. That's built. Here's my helm. I've got a couple of gyros. I've got a remote control and an event controller and whatnot. So let me go ahead and try to get some more of this done. And it sounds like the wind is really picking up. So let's go ahead and I'll get back with you maybe when that wind has died down and I have more of this done. Well, I think I've got it all built out here. Let's take a look into projector and see if I am missing any blocks. Excuse me. Let's see. Armor blocks 1 and then a beam block half. Alright, so I got a beam block, which is probably going to be right there. And then I am looking for 1 armor block. I wish they would show up a little bit better. 1 armor block. Where would that be? Might be one of these. Oh, did I just find it? I think that was it right there. All right. Let's see. All right, everything is built. All right, so the next thing I need, and I'm just going to put it, it's just going to be a temporary thing. I need to put a connector. And what if we put it right? Oh, let's see. Where do we want to put it? I want to put it to where I'm not baking any of my... So if I put it there or right there... Again, this is just going to be a temporary thing. Alright, let's just put it right there, I think. That will work. Alright. And because ultimately, alright, ultimately this is going to be probably where my small ship hangar where I'm going to be doing most of my builds from. So let's get that. Plates. Building away. The other thing is we can get this connector then connected up, or get this connected so it can get fully charged. Because I'm pretty sure it's probably running off the base right now since it's all connected in. But it's not charging the batteries, so... And I should have... Alright, 2 more. There we go. And I should have everything already programmed into this thing, I hope. So, if we do this, we should be able to cut this. Oh, I got a camera that's not... Man. Let's get that camera built. All right. I need that. I think I got that on there for... I didn't do that one very well. There we go. All right. Yeah, I got that, so if I, for whatever reason, I have to remote, then I can do that. So if we do this, let's take control. Everything should be set up. And we've got enough for you can kind of see what the idea is here. So we can fly this thing around. It's got lots of power. If we swing over like this, we can go pretty steep that way. Why? What are you shooting at? You're not. Oh boy. All right. You're shooting all my ammo up. All right, let's get off of here. Where are you at? Did you run out of ammo? Probably. Oh, that was just not right. All right. All right, so he still did have a little bit of ammo in him. I don't know what that was all about. All right. These dang spiders, they're getting to be a problem. Well, they always have been a problem. All right, let's get... that's not fair. Grab the meat. I think what might have happened there... Alright, I still got 22 rounds, alright. So I didn't shoot it all up. I think what probably happened there was the spider, it got locked in somewhere on there. Alright, we got to get back up to our flying platform. Get that hooked up. Alright. Okay. Anyway, so you can kind of see what this is all about. So let's see if I can connect up here. Which camera is it? That one? Yeah, it should be that one there. Alright, let's get back out of it though for the moment. So I can kind of see where I'm at. Alright. Let's get this leveled out. Move forward. Alright, I should be able to look into this camera. There we go. Alright. Alright, if we come down. Alright. We are proxy. Alright, let's get out of here. And if we lock, everything should shut down and the battery is charging because I put it all on an event controller. And we can hop out of here. So we'll let this charge up. All right. Well, let's get inside. We're getting radiated. So we can get rid of some of the radiation. And I need to eat something, it looks like. Oh, let's put this spider meat in over here. Inventory. That right there. And we should be in pretty good shape here. So those are one of the two main things I wanted to get done. And one of the other things I want to do is rename components in the base, which I think I started to do, just to have a better control over that. So I've got the habit. I'm calling this the habitat. This projector, we can actually go ahead and take those out. I'll take that rotor, that projector. I'm not really losing anything. So let's go do that. Let's get this cleaned up out here. And get that. See if I can keep from falling in the hole here. There we go. All right. And then we can put the block back in. So I don't end up... Come on. There we go. All right. Now... All right, we want blue, frost. Let's do this, frozen. That there like that. And I need 5 steel plates, of course. Do I have any made? No. Which I need to make some anyway. Alright. Do that. There we go. Alright. We got that out of the way. We got the platform built. And I'm getting radiated again, of course. So that, again, that's going to be handy. So what I do need to do now is decide now where I am going to put the windmills, the wind turbines. Let's get out of the radiation while I'm talking here. So I'm thinking about building like one tower with at least a couple of 3 turrets on there, and then I'm going to put in at least 1 or 2 batteries for each building. And so this building's going to need put in a couple of batteries, which will probably be part of the platform out there, and we'll get the wind turbines in. So let's see what I need. I'm going to need steel for the blocks. Let's also see how the control panel. Let's the flying lift. Let's see how the battery's doing. Fully recharge in 12 minutes. All right. And of course, the wind has died down. And unfortunately, the only thing I have powering the base is that one battery over there. So I guess that's the next thing we've got to get taken care of. We've just about got our radiation down, so we can step out into it. If I was to put... I don't know if it would be in the way over here, but I'm kind of thinking... Let's do this. 8. Let's put a few more blocks in here. And so I am going to have to build this out a little bit more. But I think I want to build up my wind turbine right here. So let's build this block. And I do need more steel. I knew I was going to need some steel. So let's grab that. There we go. And it looks like the radiation should be stopping. That's good. And we're still getting radiated. But we'll get these built. So I think what I want to do, we look at that wind turbine over there. I do want to go higher. I think I've got 3 on that. So I think if we put, let's do this. Let's get, we'll get it started. That's where we're going to start from, right there. And I do need, at least for the moment, some way of getting up and onto this thing. What if, I wonder if that's close enough. Yeah, that figures. All right, that's not going to work. Let's do it like this then. Let's just do a... We'll put a regular block. Let's just put a regular block there. And that's not what I wanted to do. Too quick on that. Let's turn that sideways. Turn that around like that. And then I should be able to jump over there. Let's see, how much steel do I have? I got 32. Oh, what do I need for the wind turbines as well? 7. I want to build 3 of these. Let's see if we can get 1. All right. Let's put these into production. Ah, shoot. All right. Let's, let me do it like this. Let's get into our production. And let's go to our blocks. Go wind. Come on, where are you at? Oh, there we go. Let's put 1, 2 of those in there. And I should be... What I want to be able to do is build them while I'm up there. And then we'll also have enough steel on us. And... hopefully... we build this up 10 blocks high. So I guess the question is, since I'm going to do it this way, what if... No, because at the top... Well, just to give it a little more interest, let's see something here. 3, that's basically steel, or interior plates. What if we use a cylinder block on that? And let's go 1, 2, 3. Where are you at? 3. So if we go cylinder block, I do realize that I wouldn't be able to attach. That's why we're going to have to go with some square blocks up above. All right. Let's see. So if we grab... Where are we at here? I grab everything out of the... Where did it all go? Oh, right there. That's the assembler. If... Let's do this. Let's get rid of these. I don't need these. That's going to make some room. And... Well, you know what? Let's just do it like this. Let's go ahead and get started on at least putting the cylinders up. And hopefully... Alright. Now, it's 78. Alright, we should be pretty good. So let's unlock. Everything else should start up. And if we move over here like this... Well, if we come over here... Let's see... Move over a little, other way. And if we pop out of here like this. Now the reason I set this up as a remote control, am I close enough? Probably not. Let's see, 3. We go out to get close enough. No, all right. Let's view from here. All right, we should be close enough now. All right. Let's, all right. Let's go 3. Two, 3. All right. So we need to go up. Yeah, I mean, it's... All right, come on. I want to get into the cockpit. Come up some more. Three again. Oh, come on. This is kind of scary. I came up too far. So this is kind of a work in progress on... Uh-oh, I'm hungry. Not like I don't have anything to eat. Well, if we come down a little bit. Let's try this. Now, I know you can build from the cockpit. So, what if we now... I want to go 8. I want to put a couple of these blocks on here. And then maybe... one here. And if we move over... ahead a little bit. Let's just go outside. We need to come up. And if we come over here... And let's... a little closer. Alright. Pop out side of the cab. And if we go 7, be able to put that right there. Can I reach it? Ah. Well, again, this is going to be a work in progress. So, get a little closer. Now we should be able to put, I think, all of them on. So do this. All right. And that we didn't have to do much in the way of scaffolding. I do want to build these out. All right. Well, let's put this next block on. Which will go right there. And I guess we're going to have to come down a little bit. Well, let me get the rest of these up and going, and then I'll catch back up with you as I'm about ready to finish them up. All right, I should have enough stuff to finish building this out. I thought I had enough stuff. Oop, let's keep this level. Forward a little bit, come up. Should have enough parts now to finish this wind turbine, and then I got 2. Oop. All right, over. All right, that should be close enough. All right, we got 3 more wind turbines onto the base. All right, let's start dropping down and get these last 2 cylinder blocks, and then we will park this thing. Do this. I think this is going to work okay. It's a little cumbersome, but I think it's still better than trying to build scaffolding up. And really, to try to build scaffolding up to build this thing would have been quite a bit, actually. So let's go ahead and get this parked. Try not to drive too much like a madman. Right, it's got to come up a little bit. And once we get this to a temporary or a more permanent parking spot, we'll be able to build better scaffolding to get in and out of it. I'll probably try to do an inset so it'll be closer to the ground. I think that will work pretty well. So let's, all right, where do I need to go? I need to get back into here, and we need to come over, up, other way, right about there. We should be able to start coming down. And we are proxied, so let's get out of this view. And let's go ahead and lock. And there we go. It's all set to charge. And so let's hop out of here. I should be able to hop down without any problem. All right, I think, well, we've got a flying platform, such as it is. I got to come up with a better name for it, and I will. But we got 3 more turbines onto the base, so our power should be pretty good. I still have to add a battery, and I've got to decide where to do that. So we'll do that in the next episode. And next episode, we'll start looking at trying to, well, I better get out of this. We're getting radiated. So let me do this from out here, or from in here. So one of the things that I need to try to do is start to get my small ship hangar built, which is where I will be building my other stuff like my welder. So the idea of the platform is to be able to put things in base. Yeah. If I could get used to building the blocks, putting the blocks in, because I know you can build from the welder cabin. And if I can get used to that, then I might not need the platform. I could just do it from the welder and then weld as I'm going. But I knew that it would be easier for me, at least here in the beginning, to have that flying platform. So we're going to utilize that. But that's the next thing I want to do is get the small hangar or the small ship hangar, and I want to build a welder so that then I can do a lot of my welding from the ship instead of having to try to build scaffolding. So I think, but that's what we wanted to get done today. I feel like I got quite a bit done, and I better eat something here pretty quick. There we go. We've got the flying platform built. I got more power to the base, and if we look out over here, we got the algae farm to where it's all being pulled and sorted into the one cargo bin, so that's a lot easier to collect that way. Yeah, I think we got quite a bit done today. All right, well, I think we're going to leave it at that. Okay, all you space engineers out there, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video, and please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. Okay, space engineers, keep your heads low, keep building away, and don't get shot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.